Hi everyone, this is Aegis, and I've got here another game between ROOTDrewbie, and this time his opponent is going to be revShadow from Team Rev. revShadow is on the University of Indiana's CSL team, and revShadow not too happy about his opponent there. A little happy face there from Drewbie right now. Good luck comes from both players. This is going to be Shattered Temple, or the Shattered Temple, as you might say. This is a ladder game, and we're going to see what these two players decide to pull out of their hats of build orders, and it looks like we're going to be all standard for the time being. SCVs, probes, and pylons getting made. Always a good chance of everything being normal. So Shadow is going to be moving out with his scouting probe right now across the map, and over here Drewbie gonna be building a supply depot. And in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and tell you more about the APL. The APL is coming up. It's going to be starting June 25th. This summer we're going to be playing probably at least 2 seasons. We're going to be playing best of 5 matches between a lot of the teams that are signed up right now. We're going to have an upper and lower league, alpha and beta league this summer as well. So there are 29 spaces left right now, so you can go ahead and check out our website at www.mochtechcorp.net/APL and see what we're all about. We've got the rules posted as well as the schedule, and all you need is just a team of 3 to be able to sign up your team. And revShadow is going to be checking up here right now. Going to see the barracks going down at a very normal timing, and his gateway also on the way, and more chrono boosts going down on the probes right now. So revShadow will be able to pull a slight lead in terms of economy early on, but the Terran player will be able to even that up as soon as he drops those mules. We've got the Marine coming out right now for ROOTDrewbie, and the probe is going to continue scouting around in here. Did lose some shields to that SCV, and ROOTDrewbie is going to begin scouting across the map as well. Looks like we've got a gas steal going on for revShadow, and in his own base we're going to probably see a cybernetics core real soon. And we did see him try to grab the second gas earlier. We'll see if he decides to continue doing that and maybe expand off the back of that. And this gas grab is going to deny certain things like really fast Banshees, fast teching, and it looks like the Marines from ROOTDrewbie are going to begin working on that right away. And in the meantime, he's going to throw up a factory, and Drewbie is going to scout through that base and continue moving around across the map. And that second gas is up. I don't remember if I actually mentioned that. And we've got more probes coming out for revShadow now. Still under the chrono boost. So he did save 1 chrono boost. Might be able to use that. No, it looks like he's going to use it on that first stalker. He does have a probe going to continue scouting around. He is going to chrono boost that first stalker to make sure that he stays safe, since he did opt not to get that first zealot. We've got the 3 Marines now working on it, and Drewbie is getting a reactor. Does he see it? Yeah, he does see the reactor coming up on the barracks. So revShadow knows exactly what's going on. He can guess what's going on over here. It looks like Drewbie is going to be going for that tech lab, throwing down a command center. So he's going to be going for that fast expansion. And over here, revShadow looks like he's going to be grabbing a lot of gas. We'll see what kind of tech pattern he's going to go for right now. He might be throwing down those 3 extra gateways, chrono boosting out some sentries, and then grabbing his own expansion. Looks like we have that Twilight Council going on in the back, so we're going to be seeing some sort of fast tech, maybe some DTs out on the field, or maybe Blink, but it's probably going to be DTs. He's saving up a lot of gas right now. Going to be throwing down a 3rd gateway sometime in the near future. He is hiding that Twilight Council way in the back. However, if a scan goes down from ROOTDrewbie, he will notice that these gateways are slightly delayed, and maybe notice that something different is going on over here. And ROOTDrewbie is going to be massing a bunch of Marines for the moment. His second command center is about finished. Going to be getting siege tanks and siege mode out on the field. His second gas is getting mined right now, and it does look like the gateways are going to be opening up in just a second, and he does have that dark shrine on the way. Siege mode is about halfway complete. and the gateways have opened up. There's a spent chrono boost on that. There is a SCV trying to get in here to do some scouting. It does get denied by that stalker. 1 kill on that stalker, and we have another stalker advancing across the map. Gonna see what kind of damage it can do over here. There is a bunker on its way for ROOTDrewbie. Does Drewbie suspect anything? No, he does not know about anything inside there. That stalker is going to be able to do some damage against those Marines. Going to be able to weaken them just ever so slightly, and Drewbie is going to be pushing forward with that tank, and revShadow will have to back up with his first advanced stalker, and he's grabbing his expansion on the backs of those 10 Dark Templar. And we've got the Dark Shrine going to be finishing up real soon. It's just got a couple of seconds left, 15 seconds on the clock for that. A 4th gateway on the way. And it does look like there is a pylon getting warped over here. So those Dark Templar will be well in range. And that pylon is going to go down. You're going to try to delay that expansion ever so slightly. And the Marines do clean it up quite easily, and there is the Dark Templar now moving in. A scan going down on that Dark Templar. It will get annihilated over there. 2 Dark Templar in the mineral line over here. Does look like that missile turret will be finishing up shortly, unless that Dark Templar gets over there. No, it does not. Looks like this 1 Dark Templar is going to be hanging out back over here, going to try to continue some harassment. revShadow's Dark Templar harassment was slightly successful. This Dark DT does have 4 kills on it. He is able to get up his expansion right now. His 4th gateway now finishing up. He's only got these 2 stalkers, so he needs to use those Dark Templar to try to delay this push as much as possible. That Dark Templar is still alive. Another scan going down. That is a lot of wasted scans there for ROOTDrewbie. Well, not really wasted. He didn't need to use them, and that scan is still there. So there comes another Dark Templar. Looks like it's going to be sneaking past that missile turret over there. Is going to hide in the corner over there, and it will deny the ability of the Terran player to be able to move out. However, there is the expansion coming out right now. The Marines are going to be coming over here. Oh, shooting his own Marine to try to get rid of that Dark Templar. Another one coming over there. Going to be able to clean up that Dark Templar. Lols coming out of revShadow there. A little unhappy, well, sort of a sheepish looking face from our Root player, ROOTDrewbie. And he's going to need to spot that pylon, or else when he does move out, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage to the mineral lines. Looks like the Marines are going to be heading over there, and will be able to kill that off. He does see it now. And revShadow has taken the time to be able to secure center control. Going to be forcing his opponent to get out some mobile detection before he can actually move out across the map. And look at this, revShadow actually taking a hidden base. Going to take a pretty quick 3rd expansion and see if he can pull way ahead of his opponent in terms of economy. There's that starport now spawning out. A bunch of Hellions are out on the field. Blue Flame has been researched and is complete now, unless he canceled it. Yeah, there it is. It has been researched. He will be trying to do some Blue Flame drops. It looks like the Blue Flames are going to be coming over here. Medevac is on the way right now. However, they're going to try to sneak through the front. There's not that many stalkers over there, so the stalkers are in the middle of the field. Will not be able to deflect this all that easily. Oh, a High Templar over there will be able to get taken out. Huge loss for Shadow there. He does have those stalkers coming into the backside. Going to try to do some damage to those probes. Going to roast away right now, but they do not actually get that many. Let's take a look at the workers killed. revShadow killing 10 workers, and ROOTDrewbie killing 8 of his opponents as well. I hear the Zealots working away on those rocks. It is going to take some time. In the meantime, both players are going to be taking the gas over here for ROOTDrewbie, throwing down additional structures here. 2 armory is going to be getting those double upgrades. He does continue to make those Hellions, and is going to be going for a drop here. 2 Hellions in that medevac, more Sea Shanks on the way. Ghosts are also going to be on the field soon. The Mobius reactor is being researched as well. And here's another Hellion getting cut off there by those stalkers. Will be denied the scouting information over here, but I think Drewbie might actually suspect that there is a expansion over there. And the Blue Flame Hellion drop is making its way across the map right now. Going to be headed over to the top left-hand corner before, or right-hand corner before dropping into the main. There's the first ghost now spawning out on the field, and the 2 armories are just about complete. And here comes the drop. Blink is being researched right now. Looks like he did finish researching the Zealot charge, so the Zealots do have that charge ability now. And the 2 Hellions in here moving in, going to be able to get 4 kills on that Hellion. Looks like 7 kills. Oh man, tons of damage. 9 total kills. 2 High Templar over there. And it does look like DrewbieE escapes with those 2 Hellions. A huge loss for revShadow right now. He's got a Dark Templar spotting the front. And it looks like the expansion has been started by ROOTDrewbie. He does not know about revShadow's hidden expansion over here, and it will be on the way, underway real soon. And Stalkers are going to be coming out here, going to be checking for any sort of Hellion harass. Hellion's getting dropped off over there, and Observer is going to be scouting out, see when the 3rd expansion timing is. That Dark Templar is up at the front. There is a Ghost going to be heading spearheading some sort of attack. He is part of that Team 6. Will be able to take out any sort of enemy forces. We've got the 2 Hellions getting loaded once again, going to be headed in this direction. We'll be able to spot for that base as well. Stalkers are going to be advancing forward, going to see how much damage they can do, or maybe just secure center control. We've got another factory on the way for ROOTDrewbie right now. He's going to be researching the stim pack right now, and the Hellions are going to be flying straight over this expansion. Gonna unload those Hellions, see how much damage they can do over here. 1 kill already, and looks like this Hellion does get 8 kills, and the Stalkers are warped in, and they are going to be able to take out those Hellions with the blink research as well. 2 gateways walling off this expansion, gonna make sure that nothing is able to sneak through the front. Looks like ROOTDrewbie's expansion is complete. We'll be able to morph that into an orbital command real soon, and has floated over armor and +1 weapons for the vehicles are done now. Sea Shanks will be able to do that much more damage, as well as with the Hellions. There is that 1 Observer going to be checking out everything that's going on as well. There is a pylon over here going to be spotting for Drewbie's 4th expansion timing. The Stalkers are being very, very good across the map. Going to be checking all over the place, making sure that nothing strange is going on. Looks like DrewbieE is actually taking another base. He's got a command center on the way. He probably is looking to secure this gold expansion. He's going to need to push out real soon to be able to secure that. Stalkers are going to be advancing forward. They're going to do some damage over there. Going to be blinking back as well against that Sea Shank fire. Looks like that Sea Shank is able to kill 1 of those Stalkers. And revShadow is going to be able to back out of there, taking minimal losses. Going to be taking a 4th base of his own as well. Does he know about that command center in the corner? Yes, he does. Actually, no, he doesn't know about him having this 4th base coming up. Looks like we have another drop over here. The Stalkers will be able to deflect that quite easily. But looks like DrewbieE is able to do quite a bit of damage here. Let's take a look at the supply counts. 134 for ROOTDrewbie, 109 for revShadow right now. Army supply does favor DrewbieE, and worker supply slightly favors revShadow as of the moment. And workers killed ROOTDrewbie with a striking number, 26 right now. Going to be researching the +2 for the Sea Shanks, as well as the +2 armor for those Sea Shanks as well. Looks like there's that Dark Templar in the center of the map is going to start beating away at those Hellions over there, so it will force a move back from DrewbieE. He's going to need to get some mobile detection. There are Void Rays going to be made right now. Looks like there is a drop of Hellions. It's not going to be able to bust in there for now, unless he decides to lift that up and do some dropping action. There are some forces over here. We'll be able to deal with that quite easily. Not much mining over here for revShadow, quite surprisingly. Taking another base. Wow, he's expanding like crazy. Going to be doing some blink action over here. We'll be able to blink out of here. Yeah, there's the blink. Going to be able to get out of there with majority of Stalkers. Don't know how much damage he was able to do. Maybe snipe a few units left and right. There's that Dark Templar over there. An EMP going off. We'll be able to take that out. The Stalkers coming forward. Bad decision from revShadow. Is going to be losing a couple of Stalkers over there. And the gold expansion is going to be taken real soon for ROOTDrewbie. Going to be killing off those rocks and landing the command center shortly. He's forgotten about this medevac and those Hellions over here. revShadow sending some probes over to his, I guess, 4th base. His 5th base over here will be underway real soon as well. Stalkers hiding in the corner over here. Look at the map presence from revShadow right now. Going to be checking all over the place. Oh, nose. Says Shadow. I'm not sure what he was talking about. I might drop, he says. Why, says Shadow. He doesn't want to get dropped. So we're going to make sure that DrewbieE doesn't do that. Comcast. Oh. Comcast sucks. Oh, he was talking about getting dropped from the thing. Oh, well, I guess Comcast sucks. So unless he gets sponsored by it, then of course Comcast would be the most awesome thing on earth. Look at the Siege Tank move out from ROOTDrewbie. Right now the observer sees all. It's going to be advancing into the center of the map. Does Shadow have much to deal with this? He's got a little bit of forces over here. He's got some stalkers at this ground over here, but his forces are spread out all over the place. He's got a couple of High Templar going to be storming at those Hellions over here, going to be using the medevac to spot the high ground. You're going to be able to kill off that pylon, and he's got some forces over here, but Shadow doesn't actually have that many units. Going to be warping in some Dark Templar over here, going to be trying to defend against this, but he has 1,600 minerals in the bank. He's got to spend that on some Zealots right now to be able to hold this off, but Zealots are not that great against those Hellions. And the Sea Shanks have sieged up over here, going to be able to clean up those stalkers quite easily. There's the Void Rays in the air, going to be trying to deal with this. There's not that much anti-air here for ROOTDrewbie. There's not a single Marine in this mix. There's just that one Ghost to be able to defend against the Void Rays. It looks like Drewbie is going to be able to force back over here. All of his Sea Shanks cannot shoot up. The Void Rays save the day for our Protoss player. What just happened? I just hit Control Q. Apparently that switches your view completely. ROOTDrewbie, even though he has the superior supply, he's going to have to get some Vikings out in the field. Carriers on the way for revShadow is going to be going for that carrier tech right now. He's got 3 Stargates. It's going to be 3 Stargate carrier. I hope we see this come to fruition. He's going to get a mothership as well. I hope a Dark Templar over here going to start doing some damage to these Hellions as well. Drewbie does not know about this expansion. You're going to do some mining over here, steal some minerals for the late game, maybe even grab some gas as well. We'll see when he figures out about that expansion. I can imagine him not being too happy about that as soon as he figures it out. A couple of stalkers. Oh, actually, quite a bit of stalkers getting warped in over here. Cannons getting warped in as well. revShadow is going to try to defend this base. Stalkers coming in here, going to try to do some damage against those missile turrets. They're going to back up to the high ground. It's going to lure all of these units over here. Of course, these units are massive, so the Thors are going to get some extra damage dealt to them by those Void Rays, and the Void Rays are going to be able to clean this up quite easily, especially as they get charged up. The Raven is also going to go down. That last Thor is in trouble. Down it goes. All of these Siege Tanks going to be backing up over to these missile turrets. However, that will force the Void Rays back, going to keep those Siege Tanks safe for some period of time. The observer is going to see this move out, I believe. No, it does not. So all of these Sea Shanks are going unspotted. Now he sees all of the Sea Shanks. He's going to be able to move his Void Rays into position, and Drewbie does clean up those stalkers in the backside. The Thor's going to be doing massive amounts of damage, especially with the 3/3 upgrades. And here comes the push. All of these Sea Shanks over in this position. Carriers now joining the field. The carrier upgrade, the Graviton catapult is on the way. 2 more carriers are in the production tab, and here come the Void Rays, going to be able to clean this up so easily. But we'll see if the Sea Shanks are able to base trade him over here. For the moment, a couple of stalkers getting warped in as well. There is a High Templar in position. See if he is able to get some storms off on those Sea Shanks. A couple of Sea Shanks are going to be moving in this position as well. Drewbie is just trying to hit everywhere to spread the Protoss forces apart. We've got these carriers about to spawn. We'll be able to reinforce this location real soon. The Sea Shanks are going to be, I imagine, sieging up real soon. Drewbie is in a world of confusion right now, trying to deal with all of these air units. He's got Vikings on the way. 6 floors in production. The gold mineral base is being mined as efficiently as possible. Mules on every single patch. The Void Rays coming in here with the carriers. Gonna be able to clean that up so easily. Void Rays, 1 armor right now. He's probably going to try to get some attack upgrades as well that will make them so powerful. The Thors over here are spawning this expansion, but Drewbie is going to get sieged upon by that 1 Dark Templar. Looks like those 2 cannons are going to go to work as well. Looks like the Hellions are going to, and the Thors are going to be able to clean this up quite easily. Vikings now out in the field. Mothership is on the way. Protoss air weapons level 1. Another Cybernetics core is on the way as well. Going to be grabbing another expansion at this location. Well, rebuilding that expansion since the Sea Shanks were powerful enough to take that out right now. Another carrier is on the way as well. This expansion is doomed from revShadow, but he has been able to steal more than 400 minerals worth from this expansion, so I believe it was worth it. revShadow moving over here with a couple of Dark Templar as well as the Stalkers going to be advancing upon this location over here. Looks like he's going to decide to back up. Those were 2 free tanks. He could have just done it. Looks like we have a huge attack going on in here. The air units abusing the mobility of those Thors, going to force them to move all the way back, but he's choosing to engage. What a bad decision right now. He's going to have to work on these production facilities over here. 3,000 minerals in the bank for ROOTDrewbie right now. He's going to have to deal with these carriers and the Void Rays to be able to win this game, but look at the Thor count over here. Going to be able to clean this up so easily. The carriers all going down. revShadow is going to have to switch to some other tech. He does have that mothership coming out real soon. He's going to be trying to mass up some more carriers. I don't really like the decision of him moving into this location. He needs to bunch up those carriers to be able to do maximum amounts of damage, as well as get all of the attack upgrades and armor upgrades. Makes those carriers so powerful. Looks like he's switching 3 robotics immortal and carrier. What a strange build right now. ROOTDrewbie is supply blocked and a 189 food. Going to be warping in a ton of Zalts right now for revShadow. 174 food for revShadow as of the moment. And here comes the fearsome Thors. 3-2 upgrades for those Thors right now. Going to be advancing on this position. The carriers are going to be advancing forward with their interceptors. But a storm going down is going to scratch the Thors a little bit. Going to tickle the drivers just a tad. Bunch of Dark Templar getting warped in right now, and the scan going down. Scans are actually quite good against those Dark Templar, especially if it allows you to see them and blast them to pieces with your mech army. LOL, what a funny game right now. We've got those 2 carriers spawning over here. GG from revShadow, and this game goes to ROOTDrewbie. That was really crazy, very interesting style of play coming out of revShadow. I hope we see this style even more refined in the future, see some really awesome PvT, and this has been an Aegis StarCraft cast. I hope you have enjoyed what you've seen here, and if you do enjoy it, please do subscribe. This is Aegis signing off.